let's say I start up a business, okay, and I decided to go down to the sole trader route. Now my business is growing. Year later, I know that I need to actually hire a few more people. Now I want to change my company status from sole trader to a limited company. Do you think it's possible to change my company status from sole trader to limited company?
It's a natural transition, and it's almost expected, because again, bearing your customer base in mind as you grow, it's going to be, as you start to take on larger commitments, be they payroll, be they supplier base, be they potential liabilities to customers where you supply goods or services, you will start to think about the protection afforded by a limited company. Because remember, when we came in on this at the very start, one of the primary differences between a sole trader is that as a sole trader, you're trading in your name, and any liabilities you pick up along the way, any commitments, anybody who looks for recourse to your business will come for you personally. Whereas in the limited company status, the limited company, as Mark described, is a separate legal entity. So the limited company is the business, the limited company is the interface with the customers and suppliers, not the individual, which affords a certain level of protection, as Mark had touched on, should things go slightly awry, or for potentially in that construction example he used, something is not what it should have been on the construction side, and there is a lawsuit pressing. Well, it will be the limited company that has to shoulder the financial burden, not necessarily the moral or the civil liability, but it will definitely be there to protect the individual from financial ruin. Now, changing from sole trader to limited company is a very common process, and basically you will just typically contact HMRC, let them know that you're now deregistering your self-employment status, and let them know about the change in the structure. Your accountant, be it Q, be it anyone else, is there to help. And again, you might have to start looking at other review points, such as your insurance cover, the way you're trading. And one of the considerations which our tax wizard on the stage might be able to pick up on is the assets within that business as a sole trader. As you move them into a limited company, potentially they can have tax consequences, in particular if there's any gains or losses that have been incurred whilst they've been in the possession of the individual. Is there anything tax-wise, Mark, that the transfer of an asset from individual to company bears in mind?
Yeah, there's a few things you need to consider with that. Obviously, it's not like selling a business to another business. It's kind of the costs you've incurred to date. So you can come up with a value of capital that you've introduced as a director when you incorporate this new business. So there's lots of tax benefits for it. Obviously, you'll have paid the profits. You'd have paid tax through your self-assessment on the profits, but you will have over time gained assets, be it computers or motor vehicles or tools, and that could be included in your incorporation value. So there's a lot of planning on that. The one thing I would say is, when you are thinking of doing that, to have a bit of a run up. So don't say that I need to incorporate now. Let us do some tax planning to maximize everything. So yeah, that would be my only advice for that. Just give us a little bit of a heads up so we can do some planning.